Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Martin, and welcome to a new series. In this series, my friends and I are going to be playing Skyfactory 2, but at the moment, as you can see, it's only myself. So basically, Skyfactory, for those who are not familiar, is Skyblocks meet mods. And the purpose is you start with a tree, and you end up going through all the way to automation, from wood age to stone age to iron, etc., etc. So we already have started, as you can see, because the initial start is pretty grindy. So as a result, I didn't want to bore people with that and just kind of focus on, uh, you know, showcasing the important stuff. So what this series is going to be focused on is just the important aspects of each episode, as well as each episode would have a specific goal. But before I continue further, if you're new around here, please consider hitting the like button and also clicking subscribe down below. That'll be greatly appreciated. And so for this first episode, my friend and I have already done a lot. We created like a mob grinder. We originally started off with slabs, but now we have enough resources to transform this into a plank area, which I have done and continue to work on. And then yeah, we've done a lot of these things. I'm sure if you were big on like Minecraft previously, you probably have seen a lot of these YouTubers play this mod pack because it's quite popular. But yeah, so for me, my objective for today would be to craft stone tools for all my friends, as well as to continue expanding our progress to hopefully get some iron. At the moment, I'm not really too sure how far I can get, just because I'm going to be playing by myself and it's going to be a lot of grindy work. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut it here and then resume back when I've either made additional progress with either of my goals. So far in terms of progress, I have created stone tools in terms of pickaxe and sword. And then I'm going to end off creating stone axe for them. But I just wanted to showcase the process as well as explain a bit. So when you first start off in Skyfactory, you start off at the top of a tree with one dirt block. And what you would want to do is to break one of the logs and craft a crafting table. If you haven't played Minecraft before, you essentially just take a log, you transform it into planks, and then from planks you take 4 and put it into a square to make a crafting table. And then from there you can take your crafting table and you can make it into a crafting slab, which is a bit more space efficient. And then you can go from there. Next, you may want to consider crafting a crook using the recipe I just made, which is essentially crafting sticks by putting 2 planks above each other and then putting the sticks in a upside down L formation. You probably wouldn't want to do a compressed crook, which is essentially what I have here at the moment, just because your resources are a bit finite. And then from there, you would want to dig down all the way to the bottom where your dirt is, and then from there craft slabs using your planks. The reason why you want to craft slabs is because slabs are most space efficient with your resources, and you want to consider putting it on the bottom of the block. The reason why you want to put it at the bottom of the block is because you prevent mobs from spawning, which is really good because when there's no land for the mobs to spawn, they're obviously going to spawn in whatever platform or whatever dark spaces that you have. So by putting your slabs on the bottom block, it prevents mobs from spawning. And so as a result, you will not need to worry about mobs killing you and whatnot. And then once you created a platform big enough to where it covers the entire leaves, you want to destroy the leaves with your crook and hopefully get a sapling, or otherwise your entire process, you will need to restart because saplings are pretty important. So with the normal crook, it increases the chances of a sapling dropping, but comparatively to like a compressed crook, that's definitely not the case. So I did fall down briefly. Normally I would definitely recommend holding shift so that you don't fall off over the edge. But at the same time, when I started right now, I do have keep inventory on because my friends and I are pretty noob, so I definitely want to keep that as a thing. Until probably later down the road, I would probably remove it just so we're not quote unquote cheating and whatnot. And then so from there, you just want to continue farming and increasing your platform size, so that you can do a lot of things. So one of the things that you want to receive from a tree with your crook is a thing called silkworm. Silkworm essentially infests the entire tree, and it provides you with a good resource called string. So one of the things you definitely want to consider is when you have a silkworm, put the silkworm tree away from your other trees, because any nearby trees or leaves that are near an infested tree, all of them would be affected. So if you don't have any additional backup saplings and your only tree gets infested, you're not gonna receive any more additional saplings. So that's definitely important. And then another thing you would want to consider building is this thing called composter. And essentially, you might have seen it slightly. I think it's a compost. No, it's called a barrel. It's called oak barrel, and using this recipe by typing barrel in, you create this thing. And what you essentially do is you put additional saplings that you may have, or any of the other unnecessary things that you receive, and by putting it, it begins to compost, and through that it becomes dirt, which allows you to continue to expand your tree farm, and the entire process repeats itself. So after you receive a tree, you would want to create this thing called an oak sieve. First, you got to create a mesh, which is basically string in a 9 pattern in your crafting table, and you need 2 of those, and then you need to create a sieve, which is essentially this. 4 oak planks, or 4 planks and 2 sticks, and then your sieve in the middle, which allows you to sieve dirt. And from what you saw, sieving dirt does give you these things called stone, and from stone you put them in a 4x4, which allows you to create cobblestone, which is essentially the next set of level tools in Minecraft. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here now. I'm gonna continue my grind and hopefully get back when I have all the necessary tools. As you can see, I have managed to create all these stone tools, and I also created a set for myself. So hopefully when my friends come on, they would definitely appreciate what I have done for them. So one of the other things that I wanted to mention is when you put saplings down. In this mod pack, when you press shift, it applies a bone meal effect, as you can see, to the trees. So essentially the bone meal effect grows the trees faster, which definitely makes your experience a lot quicker instead of needing to wait for the tree to grow naturally. Another thing is called vein miner, or in this case excavate. Essentially what it is using the proper tools, you're able to break the items that you are mining and all the similar items around you all at once, which definitely saves a lot of time, and then it reduces your durability of your tools automatically. By default, it is set to grav, or the tilde key, which is beside your number 1. You can for sure change it to any other keys, but make sure none of them is coinciding with any other of your keys. As well, make sure that you don't mine out something that you need. So for example, hopefully you don't mine out your block you're standing on and whatnot. I think there's like a visual glitch right there. Yeah, so just keep that in mind when you're using that. Lastly, you also want to consider where your biome is. So as you can see in the top right corner, where the map is, underneath the map it says Mesa Plateau. So in Minecraft Mesa Plateau, there is no rain available. So you would definitely need to go to a biome like a river biome. And so essentially what you want is to create these barrels and place it there. And over time, when it does rain, the barrels will fill up, which allows you to get water. And then from there, what you want to do is to take your cobblestone and make a thing called a hammer. Let me showcase it right here. And then from there, using a hammer, which essentially is just cobblestones with sticks to create. And from there, what you would want to do is take your cobblestone. I don't have one at the moment, and you want to break it down with your hammer. From there it becomes a gravel, and then from a gravel it becomes a sand, and then from sand it becomes dust. And then what you want to do is take the dust and you put it into the water that you've created to create clay. And then from there, using clay, you place it down and then you break it, you get these tiny clay pieces. And using the clay pieces, you put it in a regular... Oh, what happened? Oh no. Bad timing. You take the clay pieces and you put them in a bucket formation. For those who don't know, it's essentially putting it in a V shape. So you put it in a V shape with the clay, you get a unfired clay bucket, and then you smelt it to get a fired clay bucket. One thing to keep in mind is that if you ever use lava for it, it's gonna destroy the bucket, so it's gonna be a one-time use only after a bucket, or after using it with fire. So just keep that in mind. So as you can see, gravel, sand, and dust. And from there you take dust, put it in a water bucket, you get clay, place it down, break it, clay pieces, and then from there take it, put it V shape, you get a bucket, or unfired clay bucket. And then you take whatever wood you have and then you can smelt it down to get a Fired buck. And then from there, you just continue looking up different recipes as well as continue repeating some of your earlier processes just so you can continue to get an abundance of resources. So one of the things that you would want to do after that is type in a crucible. You can create a wood crucible, or you can create a crucible using porcelain clay, which is with bone meal. And to get bone meal is from your mob grinder. At the moment, I don't think I have enough. Oh, maybe I do have enough. I don't know. 15. Oh, I don't have enough clay, so I won't be able to do that. So what you want to do with your crucible is you place cobblestone in it, and you place it on top of a torch, and it begins to melt down the your cobblestone, and it turns into lava, which allows you to create a lava source, or not a lava source, but a block of lava. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Although I didn't really progress too much, I did manage to complete one of my goals, which was to create a set of tools for my friends, as well as I have, definitely added more resources, which was another one of my goals. But for next episode, I'm definitely gonna progress a lot more and showcase a lot more. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, please consider hitting the like button and also clicking subscribe. That'll be greatly appreciated. Until next time, you are loved. Goodbye for now. Peace.